Hey everyone, it's Synth Designer back again with another video. Today I just want to do a video on how certain chorus effects compare to each other. This is not a product review as such. I just kind of want to experiment a little and talk about which chorus effects you like to use in your own music and see how they compare against each other. We're going to be looking at a bunch of kind of stock chorus effects in Serum, in Diva, as well as a couple effects that are downloadable and also ones native to FL Studio. If you're not using FL Studio, I'd love to hear how some stock chorus effects sound in other DAWs. Let me know in the comments. But why don't we get started? I have this kind of basic setup going here for a song that I started on. This was in a previous video. I'll just play it for you. Right now, there's not really any chorus effects as far as I remember, but we're going to just play around with a bunch. We'll probably go with maybe a lead and a pad or something like that and see how they all sound together. So let's just play this. So you get the idea, a very basic kind of sound. We had this little lead here. Cool sound. When we look at the effects, as you can see, there's a dimension or a hyper, which kind of acts almost like one, like a chorus, but a lot of the big sound comes from this delay and reverb. Like the reverb is huge, but we'll turn this hyper off as well for now, and then we'll just add a effects here, or a chorus. So let's add the chorus, and now we can compare. Maybe let's turn the reverb down a little bit just to get a better sense of how this sounds. You could hear now it's a big difference with it on and off. One thing about the chorus effect for Serum is the rate really goes up real quick and almost unusable at the higher ends. And it has its uses. I mean, it gets very detuned. So we'll keep it around here for now. This could also work as plucks, which is nice. Or sorry, as a pad. This is a preset called brass and plucks, which I like. Now we get a kind of pad sound. So that's just that basic chorus. Let's turn this off again. And then we're going to go into the mixer. And then one type that I like to use a lot is the Tal Chorus LX. To me, already this sounds much, much better. And I didn't fiddle around with anything yet. It has a very basic setup, a volume, dry, wet, and a stereo width. This to me sounds much more like a classic chorus sound. And you can mix it up. You could use number 2, number 1, or both. And if we went back to the original setting here, turn the reverb back on, turn the chorus off, and then go back to a plucky kind of sound. Just listen to the pattern on song. So this one is a really great Really great sound. The other option that FL Studio gives us for free here is the fruity chorus. So I turn Tal off. Let's listen to this. That's the original sound. This is the original sound now, and then with the chorus back on. A lot more knobs here that you can fiddle with. Could change the wave types, which is pretty useful. To me, this one just sounds a little bit too kind of up the middle. It doesn't add the dimension as Tal chorus. Let's compare the two to against each other. So this is fruity chorus. This is Tal chorus. And then both of them off. This is a little bit more wet too with Tal chorus. I don't know, that fruity chorus sounds just a little bit, I don't know, a little bit thin to me. It's good on its own if you have nothing else, but I mean, Tal chorus, Alex, is free, so not too many excuses there not to get it. The last option here that they just added here was this new one called Vintage Chorus. However, that's only a trial that you get with it. So let's turn these off and then turn this on. This is number 1. Or number 2. This is kind of a cool sound. You could also edit your own, which is cool. I think the option to edit is really nice. Adding a little noise too if you want. Yeah, the edit function here is really nice. I mean, I don't know how much this costs, but this is a nice option for a chorus for sure. Unfortunately, this is not free for the producer edition. So those are those options. Lastly, I wanted to look at Diva. So we're going to just set up a patch here and then replace the one that we have. Obviously, we're not going to get the exact sound, so it's not going to be a one-to-one comparison. So with Diva, I set up this very basic preset here. We're just going to play it. Could open it up a little bit more. So very basic kind of setup here. Could turn up the voices maybe a little bit. Has a little bit of a plate reverb going. So it's pretty similar to what we had before. And now we're going to play around with these choruses. So let's turn the chorus on now. Make a pretty big difference. And you could hear when it gets dramatic, it really kicks it up a lot. I like the classic. I'm gonna turn this off, turn this on now. Again, I like Tal chorus a lot here. There's fruity chorus. And now vintage. Vintage sounds great. This really is a nice sounding type of chorus. Tal chorus sounds great too. So We saw a whole bunch of different choruses here. I would say that the native choruses to Diva and Serum are okay. They certainly are not dedicated chorus plugins, so they don't have quite the depth, I don't think. Tal Chorus LX for being a free chorus plugin is great. Fruity Chorus, if you're an absolute pinch, go ahead and use it. But there's really no need. You could just download Tal Chorus for free. And then Vintage Chorus, probably, in my opinion, is probably the best one that I hear. You know, that's arguable, debatable, but it does cost extra money. So it's up to you to decide on what you think of that. What do you all think about these choruses? Which one is the best? What kind of uses have you found for any or all of these? What kind of situations do you find that they're good in? Let me know down in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.